balance your wardrobe is by kind of shopping with your hands versus your eyes. Now, you should go through your racks. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. For all those of you who have been hitting that like button, it really helps, who have been commenting and who have subscribed, I'm so thankful for all of you. Honestly, I'm going through some tough times with my family. My mother is actually sick and you guys are like the solace to my daily routine. So I can't even begin to describe how thankful I am for you, and I'm hoping that I can help you just at least a fraction of how much you have already helped me. If you are new to this channel, if you stumbled upon my video, I just wanted to let you know that my name is Cynthia. I am 25 years old, I live in Canada, I am married, I have 3 dogs, and there are a bunch of other things I could tell you, but I'll save that for another video. On my channel, we talk about homemaking, we talk about femininity, we talk about some dicey issues that are a little bit against the societal norm, and we overall are creating a community of feminine women who are striving to support each other while remaining strong in our beliefs that may not be the commonplace in our communities. Today's video is a little bit fun. It was requested. I'm going to put a disclaimer out there and say that I am not a fashion guru, but a few of you have asked to know a little bit about my personal style, how I dress femininely, and how perhaps you can learn from me. I would love it if you would hit that like button, if you would comment and provide me with some of your style tips, because I am here for you and I am equally interested in finding out how you adhere to femininity through your personal style. Every season, I will be bringing you some style videos, perhaps showing you what I'm actually wearing for that season. So I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss that video. I'm going to try to incorporate some pictures in today's video, as well as perhaps a few elements from my closet. I am actually in my guest room closet in my house, so there isn't that many items of clothing in this closet because some of them are in boxes while we wait for our master bedroom closet to be completed. But you requested this video, so I'm going to try my best to bring you as much value as I can. So without further ado, let's dive in to some of the ways that I dress classically feminine. To begin, I wanted to inform you that there actually exists different subtypes of feminine style. There exists the romantic feminine style, so this includes lines that aren't so structured, that are flowy. Think about the romantic era of art. Think about that type of organza material, perhaps that type of flowy silk, not exactly structured. This type of style is very focused on florals and pastel colors. The next type of feminine style is classic feminine style. So think of structured silhouettes. Think of 1950s, perhaps Grace Kelly, Jackie Kennedy, those kinds of defined lines. In my personal style, I try to go for the golden ratio. So 80% classic style and 20% romantic feminine style. So classic feminine style is easier to achieve due to the nature of being able to find pieces in our modern society that are that kind of silhouette and those fine lines and those distinct colors that adhere to that pattern of feminine style. Romantic style is a little bit more difficult to master. I like to follow some people on Instagram who have this romantic style 100% down, although I do suggest that if you are starting to dress more femininely, that you go for the 80-20 ratio. Classic feminine style is also going to help you look wealthy. And that isn't always our goal, but looking wealthy is often associated with looking put together, looking sophisticated. So if that interests you, I would also go for the 80-20 golden ratio, such as I strive to do in my personal style. Even this dress adheres to the 80-20 concept. Overall, the dress has a structured silhouette. It is a solid color, which is very classic, but it has 20% romantic details in the material of the sleeves, this kind of flutter sleeve. The second point that I want to bring up is color. So adhering to classic feminine color, a lot of times people think that you need to go for pastels and soft colors. Now, I respectfully disagree with that because I think that the key is to remain close on the color wheel with the exception of black and white. So you can pair any color that you want on the color wheel with black or white. But if you are trying to pair different colors together, a way to not be distracting, a way to have balance, a way to communicate femininity is to remain in the same color color family. So for example, if you are going for a completely pink outfit, you would want to balance the different types of pink shades. You wouldn't necessarily want to go opposite to the color wheel. Pink with blue, for example, because they aren't exactly opposite, but they are pretty distant from each other on the color wheel. A lot of people believe that classic feminine style means that you need to dress in all neutrals, and this is very advocated if you are going for that wealthy type of style, but this isn't always the case because you can achieve that put together wealthy classic style by choosing colors that are similar on the color wheel. Think about light blue and navy blue. It's pretty straightforward, but many times people don't exactly remember these kinds of rules. For classic feminine style, you are going to try to dress in solid colors. Now I know right behind me I do have some outfits that are not completely solid colors. However, on a general basis, 80% of my wardrobe is a solid color. It is just easier to mix and match, and it tends to allow you to look more put together. The next point that I want to bring up in classic feminine style is you are going to want to accentuate your waist to hip ratio. So this is actually proven to make you more attractive. Now, the way that I like to do this, and I honestly like to do this all the time when I'm shopping online, I will just put in the search engine tie waist dress or tie waist shirt, tie waist blouse, tie waist pants, tie waist skirt. This is like just a simple day dress that I have worn in one of my videos before, and has a tie waist. I have this, it's supposed to be wrinkly because it's that kind of, I don't know, skater style, and this also has a tie waist in it. Basically, many things that I own have tie waists. Classic feminine style is very concerned with structured silhouettes. Think of 1950s, think of those old-fashioned cartoon characters. They all have structured silhouettes that mostly usually accentuate their waist. Now, if you are a person with a rather straight body and you don't have much of a waist, for example, an athletic build, a way that you can accentuate your waist is to wear skirts or dresses that are ruffled at the bottom, or skirts and dresses that have a little bit of a poof. You can also wear a slip under your dress that has a little bit of that extra material that will poof out on the bottom. So you're trying to create an illusion of a waist. You can also balance out by wearing tops that have extra detail on the top portion of it while you wear skirts and dresses that have extra detail on the bottom portion of it. So you're creating a large space up here, large space down there to give the illusion that you have a small waist. Now let's get into details. So if you're incorporating that 20% romantic feminine style into your classic wardrobe, you can incorporate some of those romantic details in a way that is slightly more subtle. Let me show you some examples. So this top right here, a romantic detail would include the bow. Right here, this is one of my favorite tops for fall. The romantic details would include the peplum at the bottom as well as on the sleeves. This one as well has a romantic detail all on the bottom, and what I mean by romantic detail is the ruffling. You can also incorporate small patterns in your clothing. For example, small flowers throughout a dress. Eyelet dresses or tops are also excellent ways to incorporate that more romantic style into your classic feminine wardrobe. Another way that you can incorporate romantic details into your classic feminine wardrobe is by incorporating varying textures. So let's go back to the concept of femininity as being very in tune to your body. So being very present in your body. Everything that you do should be a kind of experience to your senses. So think about getting dressed like a luxurious experience. The way that my mother actually taught me to look for varying textures and to balance your wardrobe is by kind of shopping with your hands versus your eyes. Now, you should go through the racks of clothing by first touching every single piece of clothing. This is extra important if you are somebody who practices thrift shopping. This is something my mom taught me when I was a teenager. You go through the racks by touching every article of clothing. So you put the hanger aside, and then your hands will first sense that luxurious type of fabric, and then you proceed to look at it with your eyes. If you are solely looking at the items of clothing with only your eyes, you are going to fail to search for that luxurious fabric. Romantic types of fabrics that you can include in your wardrobe can be silk, can be linen, cotton. There are so many different types of fabrics that you can incorporate, and the goal is to get your closet to a state of variability in the types of fabrics that you have. No garment of clothing, unless we're talking about a workout t-shirt or sleepwear, should have the same type of texture. They should all be different. So as feminine women, we are always seeking balance, and I can't make a wardrobe video without talking about shoes. So the rule is quite simple, and many of you ladies probably already know it. The shorter the dress, the shorter the heel. The longer the dress, the higher the heel. We are going to go into a completely different video talking about heels in the future, but I just wanted to show you perhaps an example. So I love mid-range heels. They are very, very feminine. I would suggest that you go for solid colors. The reason why I suggest you go for solid colors is that in order to look classic, you may want to match your bag to your shoes, and your shoes should match at least something in your outfit. Venturing into accessories, I would also recommend that you buy solid color bags. So I would match this shoe to this bag, and I may pair it with this dress that you have already seen. It has some white in it, so this is going to tie the entire outfit together. It is going to be very classic because, as you can see, this dress has a very structured silhouette and the colors are rather solid. The patterns are slightly romantic in the sense that the lines are very small. So I'm going for that 20% romantic style with my lines being very small, but that overall 80% classic style with a structured silhouette, simplistic colors, and defined accessories that match each other. I also recommend that you buy some ballet flats for your casual outfit because ballet flats really tie in the outfit and give that kind of French chic. Now, my personal style is very inspired by French fashion. This might be the reason why, because I lived in Montreal for about a year and a half, and they are very inspired by style from France. I love these silk scarves, and I think this is another way that you can incorporate romantic style to a classic outfit. You could choose to perhaps create an outfit with pinks, all in the same color family, close to each other on the color wheel, or you could match pink and white, and then you can incorporate this scarf. The fine detail is going to adhere to that romantic style, and the fact that it is of a silk fabric is also going to give it that romantic allure to bring in that 20% romantic style. Another way to do this would be through wearing a hat with a cute romantic detail on it. So you can tell this is not even an expensive hat, it's pretty cheap, but the way they incorporated a romantic style or romantic detail is by incorporating the bow that is of this very light fabric, this very light luxurious fabric. I also have it in black. The sun is setting because I am filming this slightly late. So one of the last points that I want to bring up is accessories in terms of your jewelry. So you are going to want to adhere to these rules. This is so simple. I used to use this when I competed in pageants to actually plan out my accessories. If you do big earrings, you can do a big bracelet, but don't do a necklace. If you really absolutely want to do a necklace, you are going to need to do a very dainty necklace, perhaps even a very small chain with nothing on the end. If you are going to do a big, bold statement necklace, you are going to want to do very small studs and a small bracelet. If you want to do a big, bold statement bracelet, you can do that and then keep your necklace very dainty and your earrings very dainty. The point here, like I have reiterated, is that we are going for balance. You can also choose not to do a small bracelet, but instead to do varying rings to create that kind of balance. I wouldn't consider this a complete style video if I didn't accentuate the importance of personal grooming. So if you don't take anything away from this video, I wanted you to know that personal grooming is the basis of any put together style. So you could be wearing yoga pants and a plain t-shirt, but if you put some feminine details into your personal grooming, you will still look put together. What do I mean by feminine details? I perhaps mean doing your hair in a down way, or if you are going to put it up. I often put my hair up just because of where I live. It is so humid. You are going to want to balance your appearance in another way. For example, by putting on a little bit more makeup to accentuate your eyes and your lips. If you are curling your hair, you're putting it down, perhaps you're putting a cute headband, or you are doing some braiding, you can minimize your makeup. You can perhaps just put on some mascara and a lip gloss and a little bit of powder. I plan on doing an overall beauty video in the upcoming weeks, so I would encourage you to subscribe so that you do not miss this video. There are so many more style tips that I can't wait to show you, and I can't wait for our fall video on fashion, and I hope that you will join me in our community. I could rate rave on and on and on about how much you all have changed my life so far, and it just honestly makes me a little bit emotional, but I would absolutely love it if you would reach out to me on Instagram, or you would leave me a comment, because I really value our friendship. Now stay tuned for my next video. I post bonus videos once in a while. I post every Monday and Thursday at noon. If there's anything that comes up where I cannot post, I will make sure to write something on the YouTube, I don't know, community outlet, so you will be able to see it. And I hope that you will join me for our next video. I will see you next time. Bye-bye!